of the central features of social media is the way that it supports the creation and exchange of user-generated content. User-generated content is so fundamental that it's often used in the very definition of what social media is. For example, Kaplan and Henlon define social media as a group of internet-based applications that build on the ideological and technological foundations of Web 2.0 and that allow the creation and exchange of user-generated content. Web 2.0 and user-generated content are the two key pillars underpinning this definition. Without user-generated content, sites like Facebook and Pinterest would just be empty shells with nothing in them except advertisements. But digital expression in our society has become more accessible, and there's a proliferation of amateur production in many forms. Photographs, memes, fan fiction, music, social software, blogs and citizen journalism. The list goes on. This phenomena has some liberating and intensely positive aspects. It allows user-driven innovation and democratic participation across many online spaces. The design and very nature of social media platforms fosters this. But what started as a form of creative self-expression has strayed into some dubious ethical terrain. UGC is becoming working for free. The abundance of free creative content and easy access to people who are willing to create and make things for free is placing pressure on professionals employed in creative sectors. The value that is placed on their services has decreased tremendously, with roll-on effects for the stability of employment in creative sectors. A salient example is the area of photography, which was one of the first to be affected. Previously, if a company wanted photos taken for their yearly brochure, they would employ a photographer to do this. Now, with the abundance of stock photo websites, many of which offer free content, this industry has all but perished. Professional photographers simply can't compete. Online platforms help to structure this slow infiltration with sites like Fiverr that devalue the nature of creative work by getting people to compete for trivial amounts of money. The name Fiverr literally coming from the idea that creative work costs no more than a $5 note. Fiverr offers services like logo design, branding and marketing for not much more than the price of a cup of coffee. Is this a gradual move to a new labour model? You may think this is not necessarily a bad thing, and that some of these professions were probably due for a shake-up. But the implications could be a future where everybody works speculatively and without certainty. Already there are a large variety of creative and cultural industries that are characterised by overwork, casualisation of jobs, and precariousness. One aspect we haven't touched upon yet is the sheer mass of people who create user-generated content online. When we think about organising their creative or intellectual efforts in a structured way, we come to the notion of crowdsourcing. With crowdsourcing, the labour of many individuals can be used to spread the load of carrying out ambitious, large-scale tasks. Many people will know the term crowdsourcing from platforms like Kickstarter, which exist to raise money from many individuals. But crowdsourcing can also be used to gain energy from many individuals. An example is reCAPTCHA, the tiny thumbnail images which you translate in order to prove that you're not a bot when entering some websites. While serving the functional purpose of keeping out bots, this system has also been working away in the background to digitize thousands of books, using the interpretive abilities of our human brains. A little bit of labour from many people results in a big effect. There are many good examples around where these kind of functionalities have been designed in. Trove is an archive owned by the National Library of Australia, in which you can look up thousands of images, maps, articles, and other archival resources. But the interface design also allows people to tag these resources while they're browsing them, and to add their own comments, thus making use of this human resource and harnessing the power of the crowd to identify archival material that may be long forgotten by everyone else. UGC or working for free? What do you think?